I'm not gonna lie. This looks like the beginnings of one of those puzzle boxes from Hellraiser.
I think that's what you said about the second one too. The second game, there's
Yeah, a
another.
little bit.
Yeah, it's a slow burn. Yeah, it's like sometimes the best series are slow burns in the beginning.
Oh, is oh, I already did that. That's the first thing I did, even without the spyglass. So ha. I didn't need it. Okay. Do anything with that. Okay, well, let's look at this.
It's really funny. I was just.
Oh, it's one of these.
Oh. Oh boy. Since I know we talk about Insim a lot in our Phasma videos, I found it really ironic that me and Jess were talking about her streaming The Room. And then, like, I offhand was watching Insim do a live stream, and he was talking about a puzzle horror game, and I'm like, he is not playing The Room, is he? And he pulled up The Room. I'm like, what? Like, what are the chances? Like, this game, like, suddenly is, like, making a comeback. Because it's like, I've seen other people, like, start to play it. So I just want to say we talked about this before Insim streamed it. So we were not jumping on the bandwagon. The bandwagon jumped on us. Oh, director of Jennifer's Body is involved and directs a couple of episodes. Interesting. I want to say, I think it was it was in The Room too that we like were having random conversations about Rowan Atkinson.
Oh yeah.
And Hugh Laurie. Which I still haven't finished Man vs. Bee. I'm pretty sure I mentioned Man vs. Bee then, and I still have not finished that. It's not like it's that intense of a series. I just... It's like, besides the podcast, I really don't watch that much TV. It's more YouTube videos I watch and Twitch streams.
Yeah. And with everything going on in my life, I don't have.
Yeah. Well, it's like, for me, it's pretty difficult just sitting down and watching something, but for some reason, like, YouTube videos are just like, it's like either I'll play the really long ones while I'm working because it's relaxing to me, because I'm the type of person where I have to have like some sort of background noise.
Yeah.
But then besides that, like, it's so easy to just like sit down and watch a 20-minute video when you want to relax and then get up and go do something else or get sucked into the YouTube rabbit hole. It's just, yeah. Cybot is asking how hard they should make the Lego puzzle box.
Not very, because I don't have a whole lot of time right now.
How do you make a Lego puzzle box?
Small square peg. Okay. Yeah, that's... Why you no go here?
Yeah, it's like, really the most TV I watch is whenever it's date night with my hubby. But it's because, like, we both are very introverted and we don't like going out and being around people. So we just stay home and watch TV, and that's our ideal date day. That or going to a comic book store and shopping around.
It is a square peg. I guess that's facing the wrong direction.
He said, I spent many hours at uni on YouTube. Yeah, it is very easy to get sucked in. And, like,
yeah,
my new time zapper is TikTok. It's like, ooh, Like, especially if I don't have anything to do in the morning, I'll just hop in and start looking at TikToks, and next I know, an hour and a half has gone by. Uh, I kind of debate whether or not keeping TikTok, because I know there's, since, the U.S. government is like, no government employee is supposed to have TikTok, it makes me a little nervous about having it. And plus, I mean, even aside from the potential security risk, it takes up so much room on my phone. It's absolutely insane how much memory it takes up. So I'm kind of like on the fence on like staying on TikTok or not, because it's like YouTube has their YouTube shorts, but it's like I know there are like TikTok exclusive people, and I have gotten already attached to those people, so I don't want to like say goodbye to them. But we'll see. Maybe I know I could do what some people do, where it's like you download the app only for a certain amount of time and then you delete it. So that way it doesn't suck up as much time during the week. You have to purposely go in and use it. Because there have been times where it's like I'm supposed to go to bed and I'm like up for the next 2 hours just watching TikTok.
I don't understand how this is not the thing that it should be.
And whenever you examine it, does it have the thing at the bottom? Because it has like on where you can put it, it's got like a little L shape indent in the actual box itself. Like where the square is. If you want to zoom in. There's like
no, that's just showing depth.
Oh, okay. I don't know. You're not going to believe this. I'm almost done with my tea already. Dang it.
Oh, I believe it.
Every time.
This is nothing new.
Every time.
If you see something that I don't, shout it out.
That goes for me and chat, if the chat sees anything. I am not one to be relied upon. I end up making things more confusing sometimes.
Oh. Got it.
Oh.
Well.
Yeah, I'm kind of ashamed of like how much YouTube I watch in a day, but
So it's not trial anymore.
What's about a lamb? And a lamb is 5 letters.
Lamb is 4 letters.
Oh my god. Never mind. Never mind. I can math.
Can you though?
I've been educated. Edumacated. Though to be fair, it depended on the type of math, but I always excelled in English. Like, I was the English person that's like, why is everybody having so much trouble in English? It's so easy.
Yeah.
And then in math, I was just like, what? Like, what is this? It wasn't until I was really good at geometry. Oh.
That took me too long.
Ooh, that's cool.
Sigil.
Okay. Ah, nice. I was good at geometry, and then I'm like, oh, I'm good at math now. And I went to take a advanced version of algebra the year after, and I realized that I can't do advanced algebra, but I am good at basic algebra. And then calculus, all of that went out the window. I gave up on calculus. I had to take like an advanced calculus in college. Oh my God, that
I remember
kicked
you
my
helping
butt.
me with that one.
Oh, kicked my butt so hard. I had to take 2 advanced There's a business calculus, and then I forgot what they called the other advanced calculus. But it was ridiculous. But anyways.
A new discovery has shaken me to my core. To investigate the refractive properties of the null element, I fashioned lenses from it. To wear one is troubling and exhausting in equal measure, and I am shown visions that are beyond my comprehension. The visions turn darker the deeper into the earth I go. I have relocated my study to the North Tower. I can no longer visit the wine cellar.
Keith says he prefers English because there's no wrong answers. Well, at least whenever it comes to like literature, whenever it comes to grammar,
Oh, there are wrong answers there.
yes. I bumped my mic.
What did you do? Stop
I'm sorry.
that.
I'm sorry.
How dare.
Hold, please.
Rude.
I'm sorry. Okay. I just vacuumed. Okay. That class was BS. Thank you, Keith. Glad someone is on my side. Phantom said, no wine? Yeah, like that's the one thing that like drove me nuts the most about school is the BS classes. The ones that like I understand knowing math and stuff like that, but like some of the required curriculum once you get into college, it's like, why?
Anything.
Haha, Jennifer loves math and hates English. Oh, V, as an English major, my entire degree was in BS. Very articulated BS. Phantom says, this looks like a playable Chris Ramsey video.
I haven't seen any of those. Well, this is clearly a piece of this, so go ahead and put that there. There's Crank there.
I guess it wasn't so much the classes that annoyed me. It was whenever there were tests on subjects that were BS. Like, yeah. I will never forget Biology 2, where our professor was like, you will memorize 50 scientific names for fungi every week, and you will be quizzed over it, only over 15 of them. So had to memorize the scientific name for 50 fungi, remember what they look like, which they all look the same to me. Ooh, nice. And then he got quizzed over 15. Like, I'm terrible with scientific names. Huh.
I'll raise it at you.
It's a very pretty box.
That's what they all say.
But it's like, how are you supposed to learn something? Like, when you're supposed to just, like, memorize and chug it out. Just, like, that's not learning. When your class is fun. Yeah. It's like, I love biology. Like, Biology 1... Well, and then even the lectures in Biology 2, I loved it. Like, evolution just fascinates me. But tell me the scientific names? No. But you know what? It probably would have been helpful to know some, like, Latin. But I want to say scientific names also derive from other languages oftentimes, too. But it's just, like, mainly derived from Latin.
Yeah.
Phantom says they always enjoyed learning, but when it came to writing an essay or regurgitating exactly what they taught, you're screwed.
There
That,
it is.
yeah. But it's like regurgitating what you're being taught, like, it's like, I don't think many of us can say that we remember 90% of what we learned in school. Ooh, that's cool looking. But Phantom, yeah, that is kind of what. But you know, you will be using that stuff a lot, so I'm sure that will really stick in your brain. It's at least more relevant to what you're doing versus like, oh, you gotta pass the it's called the TOS test at the
Oh my
time.
god, yeah. Or the tax test.
Test, yeah. I think was it TOS and then tax? Because I know I took a TOS test because it's TAAS. And then whenever I was in a private school, they had a different state exam. I forgot what they called that. I just remember there being like a cat and a kite. Yeah, our teaching method is very much
Stupid.
yeah, the test is now called STAR. I think that happened like a year or two after we graduated.
Yeah.
Because Texas is the Lone Star State.
Yeah.
Because Texas is like, we must beat you with our patriotism over our state. That's the one thing about living in Texas is like, if you're not like, I mean, it's like, I like living in Texas. Like, okay, there's parts that I like about living in Texas. I'll say that. But I will say that's the one thing. It just beats you in the head. Like for anyone that doesn't live in Texas, if you visit Texas, it just beats you in the head. Like you will not forget that you're in Texas. The stars at night are big and bright. Oh, you have an option. You don't have to make your kids take the stars test? I didn't think that.
Since when?
Yeah, I didn't. I thought that was required. Deep in the heart of Texas. Yep. uh,
Huh.
honestly, the biggest reminder is everybody driving pickup trucks and like decked out pickup trucks where they're like, we live in the city, but we drive trucks here. like, oh, Jennifer says they don't have to. Lots of paperwork, but they don't. Okay.
Huh.
But yeah, it's like, I have complaints about the educational system, but that's a conversation that I'm not qualified to argue against because I don't know what the alternatives are. So all I know is that our educational system is broken, but I don't know what the solution is. V says, I need a giant four-wheel drive pickup to go to the bank. Yes! Gotta pick up the kids from school. Gotta have American flags waving in the wind while I go on the freeway. So you know I'm an American. Yeah, I'd be interested if teachers have a better solution, or like who would have the answers. Like is it just like us looking at other countries' educational systems and see which one equals like the most successful, or what? Because it's like, I kind of like Japan's educational system where like your test just places you in different schools that kind of like, so it's like they're catering to students that are on that level, but at the same time, I mean, I've heard how stressful those are and how it can very much impact the student's mental health, which, I mean, obviously that's not good either, but yeah, America.
So as soon as I hit a sixth one, it stops.
Keith said, over here, if someone from, which Keith is from the UK, if someone watching doesn't know. Over here, if someone from another country wants to study, they have to take an English test, and the questions are random crap, which 90% of Brits wouldn't even know. It's BS. Yeah, that's like citizenship in America. The questions that they ask, which...
Yep.
Like the majority of Americans wouldn't know. Like I remember in a government class, he was like, "You're all going to take an immigrant test and see if you can pass it." And just yeah. But let's see. Phantom says, "I've seen videos of those trucks taking down the awnings of the drive-through of banks." Oh my god. Ooh. Like, what happens? Like, can they get fined? Like, or the bank just has to bite the bullet and eat the cost? Like, what do you do in those situations? That's like the stores where it's like they say if you break it, you bought it. But it's like,
Yeah.
how enforceable is that, you know? Because it's like, obviously, like, stealing... That's very clear cut. But if it's like a store policy where they're like, oh, if you break it, you have to buy it. I mean, like, what are they going to do if you can't buy it or you just run out of the store? I guess that, I mean, they can tell you that you can't come back. But.
Okay, I'm going to use a hint.
Okay. You're cheating.
I've been stuck here for a little bit.
You know, I have heard talking about the tests that people won't pass and going on the immigration thing. That's like New Zealand is the hardest country to immigrate to.
I didn't think it was as small as that.
Oops. And
that makes me a little mad.
And I don't know like what all the requirements are, but I heard that they are extremely strict. Let's see, Keith said, I think you can take bits from other countries' education systems, but not the whole thing. It doesn't always translate to other cultures. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like, a history of a culture in an educational system definitely plays a role, for sure. And also, like, apparently different genders learn differently as well. Like, I don't know how true this is, but I've heard that the educational system is actually geared more towards women than men. Like, it's played more to women's strengths than men, but as like, I don't have any reason to believe it's either one or the other, so I don't know how true that is.